business needs. Just like Emily's comparison of the Uber app, we want you to be able to take care of your business with one app. It's ambitious, but I'm very excited for the challenge, and our whole team is already delivering on that. So from here, obviously add to cart and share and earn integrations with product offer. We'll also notice maybe to take time to show a little bit about the footer element. A big change of pace between Stella and MyNewSkin is the navigation itself. MyNewSkin used a navigation that was at the top left and had everything there, and there was a lot of content. But what we're doing is organizing that the content of Stella in a different, more modern method. Apps today are now using a navigation at the bottom where your thumb can get to it. It's a small thing, but it makes an app more comfortable to use. So we're putting that primary navigation right there at your thumb level. And one thing that's missing from this current build of the app is Learn. We'll be adding Learning Center to Stella. So I can't demonstrate that today, but be excited that Learning Center is on its way. The next thing I want to show that I'm really excited about is the sales org. As you might have guessed, this sales org is a lot of the same information that you might log into and see in V&G or in MyNewSkin. Sales org shows your group or your team view, and you're able to apply some filters very quickly to be able to sift through some of the findings. For example, here I'm Frank Macy, and I'm looking at my downline, and I'm going to investigate Jacob Moore, for example. Jacob Moore is doing well. I'm going to see some quick information about Jacob. I can see some of his titles. I can see his primary dates, like his application and LOI dates. But what I really like is coming over to history. I can see some charts of some of the sales metrics, GCSV, GSV, and PSV. We're able to see SBSV. And then also historically, we have a table format that you can see some of the similar information, but be able to log through that and see historically on a month-to-month comparison basis. I'm also able to see Jacob's upline, maybe if I'm looking for a refresher there, and see some recognition statistics. Hank Carpenter is another good example. Maybe over on Hank, I'm able to see some orders. Hank Carpenter placed an order, and I'm able to see some of my team's order history. I'm able to see what products he ordered, what he's keeping in his pantry to understand what his focus is, and I can help him accordingly. The additional features of the sales org in Stella are going to be the retail view. And this is an actual view that comes straight from V&G. And we're going to take a little bit to load here because this is a little bit of a slower page. We're pointing to some test environments, but it takes a moment. And here I'm able to see some of my retail customers. And then earnings. This is, again, another page that's straight from V&G, but we're able to get you to your building bonus tracker. And this might look very familiar to you because it is something that's existed in MyNewSkin and on V&G before. So just to kind of wrap, there's the NewSkin Connect you may have seen in the very bottom right. That's a CRM tool that we're excited to introduce to you at a later date. But that CRM tool is going to be a new and revolutionary way for our affiliates to be able to track and to support their sales funnel. And the profile at the top right, we're using V&G as the central nervous system of Stella still. That core source of all of our important business data is going to be populated and controlled within Stella still. So things like signing up for your LOI would be able to take place in your profile, being able to review your user agreements and to be able to reach out to support or training or to manage some of your privacy settings. So that's Stella in a nutshell. Yeah.
Before you jump out of the app, will you go to the share and earn and give us just maybe one more level of detail about why that's so exciting? And are you able to model that?
Sure. So share and earn is using the product offer to generate a link. And so I'll go and what's one of my favorite products? I love this Epic polishing bar. This is one of the best soaps I've ever used. So I'm going to share this with one of my friends, and I'm going to come here to share and earn, and it's going to come here and use my devices sharing tray. So in this case, I can share direct to Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, but also generating this URL itself. You may want to recraft your message a little bit, and you just want to get that link ready to go and share elsewhere. So I've copied this link, and if I were to go and plug it into a URL, it'll take me to product offer.
Yeah, thank you for that. So one of the things we heard is it's so hard to get started in the business that sometimes it can take 90 days to get up to speed. And now literally within 4 steps, your new affiliates can download Stella, go in, select a product, share it out to social, and start earning money in a matter of 4 clicks. So that's a game changer. And I'm really excited to see how all of you take that feature and then innovate in ways I can't even anticipate. So I can't wait to see all of you and how you use that. Thank you, Mike, for that. That was perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, let me jump into our deck again and turn it over to Trina Bradford. She is our Chief Product Owner for our Vera experience. Trina, welcome. Take it away.
Thanks, Emily. And thanks, Mike, for showing such an amazing app in Stella. We are so excited to get these apps into your hands. We know that we have amazing affiliates globally that can use these tools just to make their worlds bigger and better, right? And that's what we want Vera to do as well, because part of your business is building up that customer base, having those people that come to you, they ask you questions, they want to know about new skin, they want to know why your skin looks so amazing, or your teeth are so white, or whatever the case may be. So I'm really excited to introduce you to Nu Skin Vera, which is something that you can give to those customers as they are expressing interest. So the primary purpose behind this app, we really want to enhance your customer's beauty and wellness journey. And we're going to do that by a few different things. We're going to help them to discover about products, learn about them, experiment with new treatments or routines. We're going to have some ways to learn about how to take your skin. And then one of my personal favorites, tracking your progress over time. You go to the next screen, Emily. So this next one is just a quick feature set, and I'm going to go over it pretty quickly because like with Mike, you want to see the app, right? I mean, the proof is in the pudding, and so I'm really excited to show you the actual features, but there's a few key things I want to point out in here. So we have a skin consultation. It's actually been in beta with your region for, I don't know, better part of a year, I believe, where you answer a series of questions, we give you a product recommendation. We're now weaving that skin consultation into the consumer experience to just bolster that and provide better recommendations. The selfie timeline, I mentioned being able to track progress. That's key for that. Of course, you have to be able to discover and purchase products. We have a product catalog, some educational pieces, and then a virtual try-on for the new BB Plus Foundation. I'm actually not sure if it's launched in your region yet, but this is an amazing tool to use for when it is there. Okay, so I am going to start sharing from my phone, my mobile device. Let's make sure I can get this going. Okay, great. And I've already opened up the app. So just like with Stella, we want to introduce you to the app. We want to let people know what the app is about and what they can expect. So there's a couple of onboarding pages. We're going to go ahead and get started. At this point, because this is a consumer app, we will not require a login. Of course, we want people to log in, have an account already, but in case they don't, they can skip that and jump right into exploring the different features of Nu Skin Vera. In this case, I do have an account, and some of the features I'm going to show you require an account. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. And as Mike said, you can use the same login across multiple platforms. So my login that I just used right there, I can use on Stella. I can also use it on nuskin.com. So just that one place, which is great. When you land on the homepage, we of course have a couple of features that we're going to try and get people to experience because we're so excited about them. So there's the skin consultation, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but just to show you how it's integrated right now. So it's going to tell you, okay, you're entering that skin consultation. And it's, of course, putting me in the US because that's where I'm physically located. We go through a few screens that let me know what to expect. A little housekeeping as far as terms and conditions, privacy. We want to get to know you. And then we're going to jump into a couple questions. So I'm going to just go through the first couple of questions. And if I continued through this process at the end, I would end up with a product recommendation. I'm actually going to skip out at that point. A couple other things we have, of course, our amazing device catalog, right? We have LumiSpa, we have the accent attachment that goes on your LumiSpa for your eye area, Galvanic Spa Boost for most markets, I believe it's launched already. And so we really want to highlight that because the products are so amazing and people fall in love with them. I mean, they almost sell themselves, which is great. Now I'm going to jump into some of these really fun tools. So the Selfie Timeline. I don't know about you guys, but when I try a new skin product, especially products like the LumiSpa, or I love the TFE True Face Essence Ultra, you start using it and then you've been using it for a little while and you're like, oh man, I really wish I'd known or I had taken a picture of what my face looked like on like day 1 or day 5. Well, let me show you. Now you can with the Selfie Timeline. Okay, so, and I actually just wiped my app today, so you get to see it from the very beginning. Okay, so we're going to come in here and you're basically going to have a selfie library and you can go ahead and get started with this. So take it. Now, I guess I'll take off my glasses for this. So we're going to give you a few guide points so to get the best possible picture. So you can see, maybe I want to do this, maybe I want to do that. Probably not. I want to follow the guidelines. This is my favorite part of showing this app, by the way. And if I like that picture, I can say, great, I want to use it. I can even say, let's see here, let's put like day 1 Lumi. Save it and use it. And then we're going to pretend that we're like day 7 on our LumiSpa now. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to take another photo. And the nice thing about this is that we give you the guideline because we know that as you're doing these before and afters, it's important to kind of keep your face in the same location, the same positioning. And so it just kind of gives you a little bit of guideline. Take the photo. And at this point, I can actually go back and forth to say, oh, do I like that? Do I not like it? I can cancel it or I can use it. In this case, I'm going to use it. So that's how you get started. Sorry, excuse me, let me put my glasses back on. And now you can actually compare them also. So if I had a catalog of selfies in here, I could say, well, I want to look at how my picture on day 1 and day 20, or day 10 and day 50, whatever that case may be. And so I can analyze those. And it's going to give me a really cool comparison. So this is where I can look and say, oh, wow, well, look at how that's changed. I mean, those little forehead wrinkles that always bother me. Oh my goodness. I can zoom in and look at different areas. We're actually working right now on a pinch and zoom feature as well, which I'm really excited about. We just don't have that built out at this moment. You can also do a side-by-side. So maybe the overlay isn't quite what you're looking for. You can have this side-by-side view, which maybe it's a little bit easier to visualize how those things that you're looking for or that you're concerned about have changed. And to top it off, I can share it with others as well. So when you share, it's going to pull up the share sheet on my phone. And so in that case, I can share it to different areas. I can message it. I can put it onto Instagram. I can throw it into Facebook, WhatsApp, whatever it is, and share it with all of my friends or all of my prospects to say, look how amazing my skin looks after 30 days of using the LumiSpa twice a day. You guys, you got to try it out. Such a great tool to help illustrate how great these products are. Now, you're going to see my face again in the phone because now I want to show you the virtual try-on for Shade Finder. Now, anybody that has tried to purchase foundation online knows that it's like a nightmare trying to figure out what shade you are unless you have already purchased, gone into the store, you've been shade matched, whatever. Well, this tool right here is to help you out in that regard. So if you don't want to go to the store, maybe you're in lockdown, who knows? Sorry, it just jumps right in. It'll go ahead and analyze my skin, and then it's going to provide me with a few matches. So it's telling me that I'm a medium beige. Well, maybe it's summertime and I feel like I'm actually a couple shades darker. So I want to go down to the shell, or I want to go to the shade beige, or excuse me, shell beige as a darker shade that will match my skin tone at that point in time. Or maybe I feel like it's a little too dark and I want to go lighter. You can tailor it to what your tastes are. And maybe it just was a miss. A lot of this is also going to be dependent on the lighting. Right now it's evening where I live. And so the lighting is not awesome in the room that I'm in. So I'm thinking, well, that kind of seems a little dark. Well, then I can go through and explore all the colors. And I don't know if you can see this, but as I'm changing the color, it's actually changing the color on my face. So this is the virtual try-on part. And I can go, ooh, that cream color, that linen color, that looks good, and I can order. So it's just amazing products that we have and tools. As Mike mentioned, we also have product discovery. What consumer app would be complete without some kind of product discovery and purchasing, but of course we are also in the middle of building it, so it's not complete. Within the My Skin section, this is where you can find all these tools in one place. As the app progresses and it evolves, there will be more features added and more tools added, and we want to make sure you can get to them quickly. And then of course, just general account information. And that is Nu Skin Vera in a nutshell.
Thank you, Trina. So exciting. In the future, we will also be bringing in new features like around wellness, around the PharmaNex portfolio, and there might even be a Lumi Spa connection coming in the future. We'll keep you posted on that. So thank you for having us, and best of luck this year. Let's go to the moon and back, and best of luck to everyone.
Hey, can everyone just wave their hands if they're just blown away right now? Like these things are game changers for your business. I mean, making business so much easier, enjoyable. And Emily and team, thank you so much. We actually do have a little bit of time. I just wanted to check that we've answered all the questions. We have like 5 minutes up our sleeve. So I wanted to check. Yeah.
I see a question from Heidi that I didn't get a chance to answer. Heidi asks, how does the customer one work when they're not a customer yet? Great question. And this has been a concern. So customers can download the app from the App Store and they can use the app without having to log in. But once they try to do the skin consultation or the selfie timeline, it's going to prompt them to create an account so that we can store that information and so that they can sign the privacy agreement. If they have an affiliate ID, so they have an affiliate they already know, they can enter that ID when they check out to purchase product. If they don't already have an affiliate that they're matched to, then at the market level, every purchase gets matched to an affiliate. So at the market level, they'll match them to an affiliate that they are compatible with. In the future, we are looking at the ability for you to send a link, an invitation to the app that carries your attribution through that link. So that's a future feature that we'd like to do, but we're not quite ready to do that one yet. Okay, when can we use this shade match? When will it be available? We are going into the App Store at the end of Q1. So it will be available in English and you should be able to use the shade finder then. And yes, that can be shared with customers. I'm just scrolling. Can we follow up customer on Vera? So Trina, let me ask you, on the Vera skin consultation, can they still see, I think they can see when a consultation link has been clicked, when the consultation has been completed, and if they have purchased product. Am I remembering that right?
For the skin consultation, yes, that's correct.
Yeah, so you'll be able to see that information. And again, the idea behind these tools is to give you a way to connect with customers, to help attract them, connect them, nurture them, bring them along in their wellness journey. So we've tried to identify ways that we can help you start a conversation. Say, hey, I saw you ordered this. What did you think? Hey, let's do a video when you unbox it. Let me know. Don't forget to take your selfie. Those types of conversations. Any idea on timeline? So end of Q1, it will be launching in English first. And then as soon as we can, we're sending out for translations, and those translations, as they come back, then we'll push them live, and they will be in our standard languages. So French will be available. CRM, is it on the timeline? Tracy, we need to talk about CRM. CRM is one of the top features that our testers are loving. So what we need to do is coordinate with John Hobby, with Tracy, with Sam Hobby on when we can get you guys into a pilot and get you on the roadmap. And I know we want that sooner than later. So we'll circle back with you on timing. Okay.
Let's make it happen. Let's blast it. Love it.
How does an account join to an affiliate location? I'm not following that question. Tracy, is that something specific, an affiliate location?
Sam, do you have any idea at all?
Megan, we might have to circle back with you
We
on
can
that
circle back with that.
It might be a customer just wanting to become a brand affiliate from the time you invite them.
So you can still do prospecting through My New Skin app. That's how I would do it right now. We don't have prospecting in Stella quite yet. That's how I would do it, is I would send an invitation to join the business from the My New Skin app and get them in. There are some things we're working on to simplify that flow and maybe even help so that you could convert accounts. So we're working on a few things. We'll keep you posted. Tracy, can they have this recording? I'm guessing yes.
No, absolutely not. Why would we want to give you the recording? I'm only joking. Of course, we will be giving a recording for this and the entire event as well. 1000%.
Let's see. They want to keep toggle feature, Mike Denson. Don't lose that toggle feature. Did you see that?
Noted.
Okay, please sort out connecting link. Got it. Yep. We are getting private leads that we can't contact though. So if I'm understanding that question, those may be coming in through social perhaps. So the beauty of the CRM tool is you can upload contact information into the CRM for customers who may not be registered directly with Nu Skin. If they are registered with Nu Skin though, they will show up in your CRM feature once that launches for your market. Yes, so you do receive a copy of the customer consultation on Vera. Can't contact private leads. Okay, yeah. Tracy, we might need to dig into the private leads problem just a little bit more, just to be sure that we're anticipating the need. So maybe we can spend some time on that.
You can, absolutely.
Will we be able to log in? Okay, I have a question. Will we be able to log in once to an app and then send Vera to one customer, then click another button and send a product offer, and then click a button and add someone into the CRM? One login and then allow, yes. Okay, so I think I'm following your question, Jeff. The idea behind Stella is you have one app to do everything. Now, what you're describing there is part of the prospecting module, and that's not going to be in the initial launch, but we are bringing that in as fast as we can. So in the future, yes, you'll be able to send everything from one app. You're not going to have to go back and forth to systems, and also be able to purchase your own product from the app. Okay, will you be able to be done? You're asking, just also asking, can we do a login from LinkedIn, like a social login? We have social login on our roadmaps. We're working on that. There are some pieces that we have to do as a bigger Nu Skin enterprise to get ready for that, but that is on our login, on our roadmap. We're also looking at biometrics. I don't know if you noticed, but Trina had facial recognition activated on Okta, and so it recognized her and it logged her in. So we're working on that as well. Oh, fingerprint. So that's the biometrics, Jeff. So yep. Website is clunky. I agree with you, Nikki. It is not my favorite place to go right now. So the brand refresh that you saw in the apps is also a brand refresh on the website. And the apps are actually using components from the website. So it will feel very seamless as you come in and out of those experiences. So that is one of our goals as well. All the features we shared will be live for Pacific with the exception of CRM. That one we've got to get you on a pilot and figure out when we can do that timing. Other countries, yes, and share it, yes, it'll be in the App Store, so wherever they can access the App Store from, they can. Tracy, are we up on time, or how are we doing?
Yeah, Mike, I think you've got time to answer one more question. We've got a couple more minutes.
Okay, can we please change the default setting? I have a daughter that's coming in now. Can we please change the default setting on private leads that we get from the office from Do Not Contact? So that is a privacy setting. And we can work on that. That sounds like part of the private leads problem. So let me take the team and we'll go work on that. As long as the customer has opted into privacy, you should be able to see their information. But let me dig into that just to be sure. When the Nu Skin website is down for maintenance, will Stella still be up? Yes, it should be, unless the part of the website that's down is cart and checkout, because the app uses the cart and checkout capability. Can you see your team's ads on Stella? Mike Denson, can you see when your team adds someone in Stella? You'd be able to see that in the genealogy, right?
Yes.
Okay. And ADRs, yes. He skimmed past it super fast, but there's a subscription section in Stella where you can see subscriptions. Bank account details added rather than the manual system of getting new people's bank details for commission payments. Mike Denson, I don't know, have we done anything on bank details yet, or is that on the roadmap?
It's on the roadmap. Yeah, we want to make sure we're doing it in a secure way. So we're going to partner with somebody to do that.
Ruby, yes, both iOS and Android. And for those of you that might have customers in China, the team in China is also working on bringing in these features into their Tencent ecosystem. So even for those customers, we can share that. Referring to orphan retail accounts. Yes, we share that information. They decided, yep, before and after pics from the customers. They can share them to you, but you will not automatically have them. I have a little astronaut trying to come in the background here. Come here, Bella. When is it ready to use? We'll be in the App Store end of March. You have to come right here. And training from the company, will that be built in? Yes. Alert for ADR 5 days before its shipping day. We are working on some optimizations to ADRs and subscriptions that would alert you as well as your customer. I think I got a lot of them. Let me know.
Yeah, I think that sounds good. I think let's leave it there, and we can answer any more questions as they come through. And if we don't know the answer, we will certainly reach out to you. Hey, look, thank you so much, Emily, and the rest of the team, Trina, Ryan, Mike, thank you so much. You guys are legends. And what a team. Like, what? You're a team of astronauts, really. I mean, incredible.
We wish.
Does everyone agree with that? I mean, thank you so much. Thanks for making our user experiences, taking it to the next level. So thank you so much for joining us, and have a great rest of the night.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. So what I think we will do right now is let's do a bit of an energizer. Let's just shake it off a little bit. So Sophie, would you like to join me, Sophie Sharman? So everybody, this is Sophie. Sophie, our beautiful events manager who is behind the scenes at the moment, Ashley, a lot of you know her. She's having a baby in February, and we're so excited for her. And she'll be coming back after maternity leave. And in the meantime, I wanted to introduce you to this amazing person right here with a purple background and gorgeous smile. This is Sophie, everyone. Now, Sophie's going to be looking after Ash's role while she's away. So welcome, Sophie. And Sophie's actually going to lead us in a little bit of an energizer, you know, to keep things pumping. And I think this seems to be a bit of a challenge, what she's going to ask us to do. Let's have a bit of fun with it, though. I can't wait to see what we get. So over to you, Soph. Hi.
Thanks, Tracy. And hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be a part of today's event. It's amazing to see all your faces. If you don't have your camera on, can you please make sure it's on for this activity, because we want you all to get involved. Before I explain it, I want you all to just quickly, you've got about 20 seconds to grab an A4 sheet of paper, just a blank one, if you can see this. Oh no, the background. And once you've grabbed it, and a pen and or a pencil, just pop it on top of your head so I know that you're ready. So if you haven't...
And if it's not A4, if it's smaller than an A4, that's okay. Just rip a bit out of a notebook. That's cool too.
You probably want to put a book also under it, just to be clear.
Hey, Max, that's cheating.
Yeah. There's a clue. If you want to put a book underneath, Max has given you a bit of an edge.
That's all right. You can put a book under it, but a soft
I think you
book,
need
not
to.
a hard cover.
Okay, it looks like most of you have got your cameras on. There's a few of you. Come on quickly. Yep. Okay, amazing. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick activity, and to keep on theme with the year, we've got a mystery trip that's yet to be announced at the end of the year. We're going to have a mystery prize to keep it on theme, which will be sent out to the winner of this this activity. So how it's going to work is you're going to keep the piece of paper on your head and you're going to have 1 minute to draw a Lumi Spa. And if you don't know what a Lumi Spa looks like, I think you're at the wrong event. So maybe the Zoom link. So we'll get started now. I'll start a timer. So you've got 1 minute starting from now. And when you are finished, just hold up your piece of paper up to the camera so that we know you're done. You might have to remove your background if you've got one, so I can see. And Tracy's going to pick the best.
Oh, no, Sophie, you're running this. I'm happy for you to pick it.
Okay, I'm going to do the honors. No pressure.
So what's that? Like, is it going to be the closest to the Lumi Spa that we can identify? Like,
I think so. Wow, look at Megan Wrights. That's great. She's already done. She put it up again, Megan. That was great.
Thanks, Megan.
Inspiration for everyone.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Who else has already finished? Kylie, what's yours look like?
Oh, Lauren's one is amazing.
Oh, impressive, Kylie.
Lauren Stobson, very impressive.
Perfect. I think we've almost got everyone.
All right, Natasha, did you really do it on your head? That's pretty impressive if you did.
Jeff, that looks like an age like me. I'm only joking.
Well, look at the one from Natasha Harrington.
Which one?
That looks great. All of them look amazing. Oh, well, I know. What do you think, Sophie?
Okay, I think, look, Kim from Melbourne, I think yours is simplistic, but I definitely can tell that it's a Lumi Spa. I think maybe Kim's the winner. What does everyone think?
Yep, Kim it is.
Well done, everyone.
Wow, that's amazing. Amazing. Love it.
All right, Kim, we'll send you out a prize. I've taken note. Thanks everyone for participating, and it was so great to meet you all, and I'm so excited to see you all in person this year at the events, and hopefully if you qualified for the mystery trip, we've got some exciting announcements to come up. So
oh, we do actually. It's all happening. We're back on with Success Trips. Super exciting. Thanks so much, Sophie. And now it's my absolute pleasure to invite another inspirational leader on. She is a Ruby, and she's from Queensland, and she's also going to be sharing her amazing story and what she wants to do in 2022 to absolutely blast off. It's with great pleasure that I welcome Cherie Chong. Cherie, how are you?
Hi, I'm Cherie here. My daughter just yelled, I just hi. Hi.
Hi, Cherie. So whenever you're ready, fire away. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, Tracy. Hi, I'm Cherie. I'm a mom of 2 from Brisbane, so very honored to be invited to share my story here today. So if you're watching this now, you might be thinking, well, isn't she just another mom who want to build a business around her kids and want the time flexibility and want the income as well? So if that's what you're thinking, then you're right. I was just an ordinary mom that who wanted to provide the best for my children and also want a career for myself. So however, this business gave me so much more than what I initially expected. So I have been full-time in this business for a year now. Today, I have my business in more than 13 countries, and I have also earned myself the first success trip. So how do I actually get started? My background is in digital marketing. So I started my business with Nu Skin from April 2020. And that was the time that when my younger daughter was only 6 months old, and my elder one is just past 2 years old. So, and then I started to work full-time from home. It was a crazy busy period of time. If you can imagine, I have to work full-time from home, looking after 2 kids, and also, all this household as well. So my husband also working full-time. So I was so tired juggling between all this job every day. But also because of this, it actually get me thinking about our future life. Our priority is always that our children and also their education. So because of that, we decided that we need the supplemental income to give us more quality time with our family. So the turning point coming in when I actually got this Lumi Spa, from my mom, okay? And I truly fell in love with it, since the first use. So I go in and find out the company behind it and see how I can utilize this to build my own online business. And to be honest, I wasn't a skincare person at all. I don't know how to do makeup and not even the type of girl that is looking after my own appearance. But I can see the potential of this great device, especially on the online platform. And this is what everyone needs. And they just need someone to tell them about this. Then I found a lady that I know, she styled Lumi Spa, and one day I saw her post about a work from home opportunity and then seeing the lifestyle that she'd been having, oh my God, that really caught my attention, and I want that lifestyle like hers. So I decided to contact her to learn more about this, and that is my mentor, Sharon Fu. So lucky that I actually found her, and she introduced me the amazing product and also the business platform. I'm very, very grateful that I actually didn't give myself any excuses not to start this business during that crazy period of time. And also thanks to the amazing uplifting team that constantly pushed me beyond my limit. And this is how I start the business without any prior experience, and I just jump in and learn along the way. So my team truly showed me how this business is not just about earning money and also having that time flexibility. They inspire me to grow as a person and my business grow when I grow. And so this is the first and most important lesson here, is to take action, reach out to those who are successful and you think they can help you. Just go and talk to them. Be really coachable and just follow what they do. So the second lesson here is to show up for ourselves. I set my goal, work really hard with the dedicated long hour. I got promoted to the brand rep pretty quickly. And then in just 6 months time, I already have my customer in 6 markets. Today, in less than 2 years in the business, I'm proudly to say that I have expanded my business to more than 30 markets and still growing. I would say my business is almost 100% online. And for this to happen, first of all, I truly have to thank Nu Skin for providing such a great platform, amazing compensation plan, great products, and also the strong company support that allowed me to help improve the life quality of the people around me. So I don't have to stock out. I don't have to hire an employee. I don't have to worry about the shipping, warranty, quality, and all those like that costing a lot of money for small business. So, and can you believe that it is actually free to join? They don't charge a single cent, to use all these resources in our business. And why would anyone say no to this? So all I have to do is basically just get this amazing product. If you can see, I have all the product with me, and just use it on myself. And then I share my product and business experience to others. So from my digital marketing background, I always wanted to have a crowd-based global online business. So that is my goal from the very beginning. Okay, so I don't really mind people telling me that, there are already a lot of people that they do Nu Skin in Brisbane, because my target audience is really the population of Facebook, Instagram, all these social media in the market. And when there are a lot of people doing Nu Skin, that actually show a very, very good sign to me. It shows the demand. And I want to show to more people around the world that how and why they should join us now, especially knowing that Nu Skin is launching new innovative products every year. This is definitely the best timing for us to capture a bigger market. So how do I do this online and share this with people? That is really no secret. I don't see myself as a seller. I just keep sharing what I'm really passionate about. And I feel the biggest achievement when I can help other people to look and feel younger, and also to use this opportunity as a vehicle to change their life. So my advice would be, just be yourself, be passionate about your business and products. Then you will never have to, do the selling anymore. Don't talk to people because you want to sell them something, but you want to be sincerely, truthfully, want to be interested in their life and want to see how you can help them to improve their life. So traditionally, we used to meet people face to face and also share the product and business to them. However, because of this pandemic, we actually noticed that distance is no longer a problem. Whatever we used to do offline, now we can do it online. And even better, because we don't have to get dressed up, get into the car, stuck in the traffic jam. It saves us a lot more time that we can use that to talk to even more people, just online. And at this stage, people are also more willing to meet online because they don't want to meet offline, especially with the current situation, right? So I once learned this from a great leader, Cherie Brady. So she said, whoever that is most sure will win. So Nu Skin provides the same platform, same vehicle for everyone. The only difference is the driver. So I would say the third lesson is here is we need to grow ourselves and to build up our belief on the products and on the business and build on our skill and our knowledge as well. You attract what you are ready for. So if you want to be a blue diamond, first we need to be ready for that. So here come my 2022 goal. So I have my vision board here with me every day. You can see, my goal is to become the blue diamond this year. So, and I'm ready for it. And the feeling is really good that we can wake up every day knowing that we are working hard towards our dream. And we know that our dream will become the reality. So what I want to do is basically just to help more people to reach to their goal and to have better quality lifestyle. This year, with the age-lock meta launching, I have it with me now. I see it as such an amazing timing to grow the business, not just to sell to customer, not just to build more seller, but most importantly, to build more leader from here. Now is definitely the best timing, as a lot of great leaders out there, they're looking for changes in their career. So my team will definitely be actively looking for them and inviting them to join us. So we are going all in for the coming success trip as well. So this year is going to be super, super awesome. And so what are you waiting for now? Take action and basically start running. So again, thank you for inviting me for this sharing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Cherie. What an energy. And I'm sure with so many amazing goals you have, I'm sure you will be able to go to Blue Diamond. You gave us so many tips, and we've been really inspired by everything you said today. So thanks a lot, Cherie. Now we're actually going to have some amazing speakers. We have a Team Elite, 15 years Team Elite, 4-star Platinum and Circle of Excellence 3. Aileen Williams and Ashley Williams, 2 years Team Elite, Circle of Excellence 1. And we're actually going to hear them twice today. In the first session, they will be sharing about their story. And then later on, they will be giving us tips with social media. So let's hear from them. We have a recording from them now. So yeah, let's go ahead and be great.
So excited to be with all of you, my friends from down under. Oh my gosh, I wish I was there physically with you. I love your country. It's so beautiful. Well, I'm happy to share my story. I actually found out about Nu Skin in 1990. It was June of 1990. I had just had my third baby. So Ashley, this is Ashley. She is my oldest child. She was 5. And I had a 2-year-old little boy, and then I had just had another little boy. I was working in corporate world. I was working as a head of human resources. I've always loved people. I've always loved business. And I was very ambitious, and it was really exciting to be involved in a career. But when I had my third baby, I literally had this time, this sort of crisis in my life, thinking, how can I be a good mother, which was always my #1 goal, even though I have this drive and this ambition. So I was crying myself to sleep at night, praying to God for an opportunity. I didn't know what the opportunity was, but I was open-minded. And so my best friend, Grace Delaney, she called me up. Actually, she didn't even call me up. She didn't think I would be interested because I looked successful, which I was successful, but I looked like I wouldn't be the type that would be interested in an opportunity like this. She called to talk to my husband, and I literally grabbed the phone from him. This was back in the day when the phone was connected to the wall. I grabbed the phone from him and I said, tell me about what you're talking about. And she told me about Nu Skin, and I said, well, what about me? Maybe I could do it. I'd never looked at anything like this before. I've never sold a thing in my life. I didn't even like to sell Girl Scout cookies as a child. I was scared to death to sell anything. I never thought of myself in sales. I never thought of myself in marketing, but I did love people and I did love business. And I remember looking at the presentation, looking at this business, and I immediately got that the trends were with the aging population. I looked around the room, so I'm in my early 30s. I'd come to this presentation and I looked around the room and I thought, you know, I'm not the only person on the planet that cares about the way I look and the way I age. And this makes sense to me. All of the good, none of the bad. I had been dissatisfied with buying the high-end products that I'd been buying in the department stores. They did seem filled with mineral oil and yucky stuff. So I was excited immediately about the products, about the quality of the products. And then I was extremely interested in the concept that I could be an independent contractor and I could decide how high or how much I could achieve. And that was intriguing to me. Coming from human resources, I was used to designing compensation plans. I was used to hiring people and putting them into a peg, if you will, into a slot that was limited. I don't want limitations, and I didn't like the idea of that. So when I looked at the compensation structure and I thought, you know, they're not telling me where I could go. They're saying, if you work hard and you commit yourself to a vision, this is what's possible. There's no guarantees, of course. There's no guarantees in anything in life. I've seen, you know, entrepreneurs try different things, but this was such a brilliant concept to me because I liked the idea that I could be an independent contractor and that nobody was going to work for me. They were going to be working for their own dreams. And that appealed to me. I liked it. I liked that it was an even playing field. I liked that it didn't matter what my education was. I was a very attracted to the opportunity that I could decide I could grow at my own pace. And that's what was exciting to me. My journey was long. Okay. My journey was long. And I know, you know, many people on different journeys. Hey, we're all on our own journey in life. But what happened for me was that I jumped into this business, not having any experience. I needed to learn some things. I needed to grow and develop myself. Nu Skin back in the 90s was doing a lot of international expansion. Countries like Australia, countries like Hong Kong and Taiwan and things like that. And I really didn't capitalize on the international expansion at that time. And I didn't really know what I was doing. I had a lot to learn. And as a result, I was a lapis for 12 years. And people look at me like I must be a little strange. But the thing is, that I decided early on that I would never quit. And I think that that was the number one reason that I'm where I am today, because there were many times that I, of course, wanted to quit. I think anything that we have difficulty in, anything that we don't know very much about, or that we have challenges, we naturally have a fight or flight. But I wanted to fight. And I decided that I was going to fight until I succeeded. So that took me on a journey, a very long journey. Fast forward 12 years of lapis, Nu Skin decides to, well, they've always kept innovating. They were launching a new technology. This was back in 2003. They were launching the Biophotonic Scanner. Many of you may know what this is. Maybe you don't even know what it is, but it was a technology that Nu Skin was launching. And I went to a conference and I had what I call my defining moment. And my defining moment came right after my daughter Ashley had gone to college. She had left the house. Now, those of you that are moms or dads, you may know what I'm talking about, but when your firstborn leaves the house and goes to college, something happened to me. My husband thought, he kept looking at me as, was there a death in the family I don't know about? I mean, I literally was a different person because she and I have been so close our whole life, and I wanted the best for her, and I wanted her to go away and learn, and going away to college to me is a big deal, and it's an exciting thing. So when she left, a part of my heart, left, but also it was great because I was at the launch of the Biophotonic Scanner, and I realized that this moment in time, I realized at that conference, it was like, wow, what's happened to the last 12 years? How am I towards reaching my dreams, and why aren't I where I should be? And I really went inside of myself, and I looked at myself, and I kept thinking, why haven't I reached my dreams? Why haven't I gotten to the place that I, want to go to? And what I realized, that I was always holding back a little bit. And you may look at yourself right now and you may not be where you want to be, but if you look at, have you really truly been willing to do what it takes to succeed? And I knew inside that I hadn't, okay? I knew, I was being honest with myself, and I decided that on that day, at that moment, I literally drew a line in the sand, and I said to myself, I am going to be willing to do whatever it takes to go all the way to the top. And I didn't care if people laughed at me. I didn't care if people rejected me. I didn't care anything. I was like, that was it. I had had enough. I was no longer going to be satisfied with being lapis. I was going to raise my floor. Okay. I was going to raise my floor. I was going to raise the point of what I was going to tolerate with myself. And the very act of that moment, making that decision, changed my life. Because from there, I left that conference and I went into massive, massive action. And from there, because I went into massive action, and because I was committed and I was serious, and I was not going to take no for an answer. I was going to reach my goals. I started to achieve things that I had never achieved before. I started to attract people that I had only imagined attracting before. And so she's away at college. She's looking at what's going on, and she's like, what is in with mom? Like, what is going on? Well, she sees me, start hitting some goals. She sees me get named Woman Entrepreneur of the Year. She sees me transform because of a decision. And so with that, I'm going to turn it over to her, because I want you to hear Ashley's story from her perspective, from that point of seeing me transform and see me starting to hit my goals, Blue Diamond, Team Elite, all of that good stuff.
Okay, well, hello everyone. Ashley here. So excited to be with you guys. Thank you so much for having us. Australia is a huge part actually of our story. That's maybe another story for another time. You guys have a huge piece of our heart. We love it there. I traveled with my mom when I started working with her. Actually, my grandma and grandpa came with us. And so just a very beautiful part of actually our story. And so this means a lot to us. But when I was off at college between 2002 and 2006, I was studying to be a sports broadcaster. I love everything about sports. I wanted to be the woman on the field interviewing, at least in the United States, American football. I wanted to be interviewing the quarterback after they won or lost the game. And I sat down with my advisor, and she said, Ashley, to be successful in sports broadcasting, you will have to move to a very small city. You're going to have no free time, and you're not going to make much money until you make it. And I thought to myself, oh gosh, I was born and raised in San Diego, California. I went to a small private college in Oregon, and I wanted to go back to California. I am a beach girl, as you guys in Australia can. I love the beach, like sand in my toes, hearing the waves in the background. Like if I don't go to the beach within a week or two, I feel like there's a part of me missing. I love the beach so much. So I wanted to go back, and I just thought to myself, is that really what I want? And that night I went home. I always have a journal with me. I went home and I started to journal at my condo that night. And I journaled honestly what I wanted my life to look like. I started to like write it out. What were my dreams and my goals and a vision of what I wanted for my life? And I had this aha moment that my biggest dream in life was the same identical dream as my mom. I wanted to be a successful businesswoman. And to me, that meant being significant, making a difference in the world. That was my number one way of saying I'm successful. And number two, I wanted to be a wife and a mother. Like I wanted to be a woman that had it all, was a mom and a successful businesswoman. And I then realized I wanted to teach other women how to do that. And then it hit me like a lightning bolt that Nu Skin was the only business vehicle that I knew of that could take a 21-year-old graduating from college, could take me from there to that dream that I wanted. And so I called my mom and I said, Mom, when I graduate from college next year, I want to work with you. I want to be mentored by you.
Sorry, could you say that again?
Siri. Now, a huge part of that is my mom never once said, you have to work with me. You need to look at this business. You need to do this business. But I do want you guys to know that it's such a huge, important thing to realize that when you have the courage to go for your dreams, when my mom had the courage to go for her dreams, and this is why I call her my hero, when she had the courage to go for her dreams, it opened up this space for me to realize that not only can I go for my dreams, but I'm worthy of making those dreams happen because she did it. As parents, you guys lead by example. And now that I'm a parent, I'm like, oh gosh, I understand that you have to lead by example. You have to be happy. You have to be going after what you want so that your kids can see that. And so when she did that, I then realized, wow, I can do it too. And not only that, but she showed me the vehicle in which I could do it. So in 2006, I jumped in. I seriously think I went to Australia in like 2008, maybe. And I saw my mom, I heard her story over and over and over again. And so the crucial part of her story, number one, is that you just have to make the decision to never quit. And now I realize why that's so important, because eventually you'll figure out whatever it is that you need to figure out personal development wise or getting over obstacle wise to get to a point where you can get to become the person that you need to become, to create and attract the life that you want and the business that you want to create. And so I made that decision very, very early on because that's a decision that I can control, that I will never quit. So I made that decision. And so I started the business in 2006. And honestly, I struggled a little bit. I got to executive pretty quickly, but imagine every single family member, family friend knew about Nu Skin, was already a customer of Nu Skin. All my friends went out and got jobs. And I, at the time, was a gymnastics instructor. So I did a little bit of both for a while. And I just built my business very, very slowly. And so honestly, I was an executive for 11 years. I got to the highest point at one point was Ruby, and I've been everywhere in between, more times than I can count on each hand. And I married my husband in 2015. And this is kind of where my story now goes. And 3 months later, we got pregnant right away with our first child, my son. And this was the same time I was hearing about the girls in the UK who created a social media system that was simple and fun. And I thought to myself, oh my God, I want to learn what they're doing, but I don't think they're going to be successful through social media. How are they going to build a business with one product or a lower end price point product? It's like toothpaste. I couldn't see the vision of it. But as I was growing like this way, their new skin businesses were growing. And I just was witnessing what was happening. And so in the summer of 2016, there was a leadership summit here in the United States. Well, instead of me going to that leadership summit, I had my son on August 31st, 2016. Now at that leadership summit, there were about 5 key leaders here in the United States that learned that simple system through social media and started doing it. Well, instead of me doing it, because I wasn't there, I was too pregnant to fly, and I had my son on August 31st, 2016, and I went into what I call a full-blown new mom fog. It was definitely postpartum depression. Now that I'm out of it, looking back, what happened is I had the dream of being the wife and the mother, and I had this joy of this little boy, but I was missing the part of me that knew I was meant for more, knew that I could be successful and do this business. And so it was this inner battle for 6 months. And then what happened on February 20th, 2017, one of my sideline friends that had done the system for 6 months called me up, and she said, Ashley, I've been doing this. It's fun. It's simple. You love this company. You love these products. You love social media. What are you waiting for? And I literally hung up the phone. I dropped to the floor. It was my aha moment, my line in the sand moment. I literally fell to the ground and had an absolute breakdown, and literally cried harder than I've ever cried in my entire life. I try to explain it to people. It was like a snake shedding her skin. I cried so hard. It was like I had to let go of so many things. And on that day, there were 5 things that literally in my brain happened within an instant. Number 1, I had to be okay to be a beginner again, because I was scared to death and had no clue what this was going to look like as far as how I was going to build the business through social media. So I had to be okay with being a beginner again. I had to stop comparing myself to other people. You guys, just stop it. Every single individual is different in life. Your journey and your life looks different than my life. It looks different than her life. Every single person in this business and in life in general is different. Stop comparing yourself to other people. I had to let go of what other people thought of me because I was so tied. And when you have a social media business, you guys, you have to let go of that, because there are going to be people that don't like you. There are going to be people that don't like your products. There are going to be people that don't like this type of business or company or whatever it is. And it's okay. Those aren't your people. Number 4, I had to let go of the story in my head that I had been in this business for 11 years and I was just an executive. You guys, I basically was a failure in my head. I had to let that go and decide that I was going to rewrite my story, decide that I was going to change the direction in which I was going, decide that I was going to just recreate the story that I was telling myself in the head. And 5th and most important thing, which is the second most important thing that my mom said, is I was finally going to be willing to do whatever it took. And when I made that decision, I have chills thinking about it, because everyone, even you guys ask, you want to know exactly how it works. How are you going to do it? Tell me every single step. Tell me exactly what to say to a business person and a customer. I want you guys to know, when you make the decision that you're going to be willing to do whatever it takes, it actually is an act, I believe, of God and the universe, and He will guide you and direct you, and it comes through you on what you need to do. Like, I literally, from February 20th, 2017, I went from an executive to, in 41 days, I qualified for Iceland by becoming an emerald in 41 days. I'd been in the business for 11 years. So there's no there's no I'm doing this in 41 days.
There's no super fast story here.
But what happened is I was finally willing to do whatever it took. And I went into massive, massive action. And from that point, later in 2017, I became a Blue Diamond. In 2018, I was named Woman Entrepreneur of the Year in the United States, which meant so much to me, because when I witnessed my mom do that, it was such a huge part of what I believed this was all about, empowering women. And then in 2020, I became a Team Elite. And then this year, I'm year 2 Team Elite. I've got about 12 Team Elites on my team, and everything's, good and fun. And it's, you know, it's just all an amazing place to be in. And I just really want you guys to know that sometimes it can be scary to do something new and different. But I want you to know that no matter how old you are, no matter what your background is, that you can decide to start today and be okay with being a beginner again and have fun, and you will figure it out.
Woo! Can everyone just raise your hands if you thought that that was an incredible story? Wow, Eileen and Ashley, what two powerhouses, mother and daughter combined, and how they bounce off and inspire each other. It's just so amazing. So we will be hearing from them, as Max said, a little bit later on in the piece. And for now, I can't believe that we've nearly wrapped up session 1, but the next one's a goodie. I have to say, I'm super, super excited to introduce you all to another powerhouse from our region. She's a diamond. She's absolutely gorgeous. Her name is Milena Ayala, who is going to be sharing her journey and how she's going to blast off into 2022. Milena, how are you?
Hello. I'm super excited. Oh my God. I'm on fire after all of these amazing leaders. But before I will start, I want to say something. There are 2 types of busy. 1, busy avoiding my dreams. 2, busy achieving them. Now, which one do you identify yourself with? I'm pretty sure we used to be avoiding them, but I'm sure right now we're busy achieving them. Am I right? Now, I am Milena Ayala. I am 36 years old. I am Colombian, living here in Australia, in Sydney, 8 years now. In Colombia, I studied and worked as a teacher for around 9 years. When I reached all my goals from my career, I started thinking how busy I was at work and how much I was giving to my career. Then I started dreaming for a different life for my family, and I was willing to work hard and make a change. I am a very determined person, so I found the solution, and that's how I came to Australia. When I arrived to Australia, I had to find a job as a cleaner. Then I got a job as a nanny, and I did both jobs for around 2 years. Then I wasn't improving my English, so I decided to take a risk and find another job, a better job. I was very scared, but guess what? I found a job as a retail cashier store. 6 months after, I got promoted as a manager, cashier manager. It was very amazing, and the company was very happy with me. I also got an assistant manager. It was great moments. I had the opportunity to meet beautiful people through the company as well, and as I meet my husband. The company, as I said, it was really happy with me. And my husband and I, we had an amazing plans. But guess what? God changed our plans. We got pregnant, and what an amazing challenge we got at that time. When I communicated to the company that I was pregnant, they didn't take it in a good way, unfortunately. So I started feeling like a bit nervous, stressed that what is going to happen to me after I will get my baby. So I started thinking I should start looking for something. Then I used to scroll on my Instagram. I used to have my Instagram just for scrolling. And my Facebook account, I closed it when I arrived here in Australia. But, and I liked it to watch stories from all the people that I was following. But one of the girls, she was always talking about the products, the company, the opportunity. But one day, she was in a successful trip and something caught my attention. And it was that she was saying, thanks to this opportunity, right now, I'm able to enjoy the time with my family, with my kids, and now I'm traveling around the world, thanks to my hard work. So I said, wow, I came to Australia looking for a better quality life, and that's what I'm looking for. Then I decided to contact her by DM, Of course, I was nervous because I never contact someone that I didn't know, but I took the risk. We called each other. We had a video call. She was in Colombia. I was here in Sydney. She explained me everything from the company, the products. I love everything, the compensation plan. I said, this is what I was looking for. Then I have to talk to my husband. Yes, that was another challenge. My husband was very skeptical. So I decided to take him to the experience centers, which right now is just 10 minutes away. I'm lucky that it's just 10 minutes away from our place. I showed him the products, the technologies, and someone from head office talked to him, and he understood that I could make something from here, from Australia, because I was projecting myself to contact everyone from Colombia and all of this stuff. Then he decided to support me. So that was amazing. But there was another stone on the way. I was 7 months pregnant in that time. But at that point, I was 100% sure that this company and the opportunity was what I was looking for. So I said to myself, if I'm going to do it, I'm just going to do it with everything or nothing. Then all the magic is starting to my life. I started all the trainings, online trainings. It was very hard effort as I was in a Colombian time because my appliances were from Colombia. Long hours, long nights, working hard, but I was in a happy place because I was learning a lot of stuff that I never thought that I'm going to learn, like social media, skincare, products, technologies. Oh my God, it was amazing. And also I was very focusing on how I'm going to get my business on fire here in Australia. After my baby born, I decided to go for the road show at Chatswood because I wanted to meet people that they were making the business here in Australia. And that day, everything changed on my plans. That day, I decided that from that day, I'm going to let all Latinos know here in Australia what was this business about and why. It was because at that moment, at that event, I realized that I was the only Latina. So I got more motivation and I said, I'm going to keep going. Then I didn't have much friends. So I started using social media and doing cold contact. And thanks to that, right now, I have an amazing team with wonderful and empowered people on my team. I have qualified 3 successful trips for me, my husband, and my baby to go this year. And I'm very excited. I can't wait to have them. I haven't traveled anywhere else from Colombia to Australia and Australia to Colombia, but thanks to the opportunity, I'm able to earn incentive trips around the world with my family and my team. We're working hard, committing to work long hours with my team because I want all of them to go with me. And I'm sure we're going to qualify for all of them. With Nu Skin, I have been able to learn, to enjoy my days, sharing the products and sharing the experience, building my business, meeting beautiful people every day, and having the type of life that I was looking for. I have achieved in a very short time just part of my goals. I haven't finished. I'm going to keep going. I have a lot of more goals to achieve that I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep working hard. And yeah, thank you to Nu Skin for all the support. Thank you for my uplines, for my account manager that is always for me and my team. My uplines that they are in Colombia, they are always just being there for us, helping us. And thank you for inviting me and have this experience today, sharing my story. Now, just before I finish, I wanted to share 3 ideas that I learned for all of these amazing leaders today. I got some notes here. So first, oh my God, Estela and Vera, the applications, we are going to be on fire this year, I'm sure. From Cherie, no excuses this year. Achieve all your titles. And from Eileen and Ashley, commit yourself. and give massive action to be successful. Thank you so much.
Hi, Milena. Amazing. Let's give it up for Milena, everyone. What a wonderful, wonderful presentation. And you're just so inspirational. Just thinking about it all started with one person and now you've grown an incredible team. And most importantly, changing lives and holding their hand and taking your team with you together. There is certainly something special about that. So thank you so much, Milena. So now it's time for us to have a bit of a break. I hope you've enjoyed. We hope you've enjoyed this session, first session, as much as we have. And we look forward to seeing you back. Now, if everyone can synchronize their clocks, because we'd love everyone to be back at 2 p.m. Sydney time sharp. So you've got just under an hour, only just under an hour break. So refresh, revitalize, and we look forward to seeing you back here after the break. Thanks so much, everyone. See you soon.